this edition of the Time Travel Theory series. My name is Matthew Salzer, and as you know, if you come here, I do various time travel science fiction franchises, talk about them, and talk about how exactly things work and all that. And this being the holiday season, I thought I would review a holiday favorite that involves time travel. It is The Wonderful Life. It's a Wonderful Life, this classic with Jimmy Stewart, in which he discovers what would have happened if he hadn't been born, because he's going through a hard time and says, I wish I were never born. And his wish is granted, and he gets to see just how much of an impact that makes. But first, a little review, because it has been a while. So as you can see on this little chart, I have the two theories of time travel that go on in the franchise. The first is the single timeline theory, where you're literally jumping from point A to point B, causing a butterfly effect and affecting things when you're in point B in the single timeline. You could very well create an alternate timeline, as you can see a little here, where the original timeline is erased and a new one is created. And then you have the dual timeline theory, in which you are not actually going to the past of your current timeline, you are going to the past of an alternate timeline, creating an alternate timeline. You are jumping out of this timeline, out of your universe, and you're jumping into another universe. That's how it works. Now, It's a Wonderful Life, as I said, is actually an alternate timeline, alternate history scenario in which George, because of his frustrations, things are not exactly going his way, despite him being a very nice guy, are going to the point where he said, I wish I was never born. Well, an angel grants his wish and allows him to see what exactly would have happened if he had not been born. A lot of things go wrong. The town that he's built up and helped to contribute to and helped so many people, they're just not the same. And his wife is an old maid, never got married, and there's just so much that has gone wrong because of the fact that he was not born, and he got to see this. And this is why it counts as kind of an alternate timeline, because he's taken from the timeline in which he was a part of and is shown what exactly would happen if he is in another one in which he is not born. And it just goes to reflect the butterfly theory, in that everything that is done, everything that happens is a chain reaction in which things can very clearly go wrong. And that's just an example of what happens in It's a Wonderful Life. And he comes back to his original timeline and his original life, realizing how much he has going for him, how blessed he is. Not to mention that when everything comes together, well, guess what? When he comes back home, all the people that he's helped out, everyone realizes we need to help George because he has helped us so much. And what happens? Everyone contributes, and it is a wonderful thing. Everyone is singing, the angel gets his wings, and everything's happily ever after. But again, this just goes to show what exactly can happen when you are removed from a timeline. What happened? It's like we don't know the impact that we make on people's lives unless something like that happens. And quite frankly, we will never have that opportunity. But it just goes to show what can happen if someone is removed from a timeline. What would have, we don't know how intricately everything is intertwined, and this just goes to show that example. And it just goes to show what happens right now. You know, we're in the middle of a pandemic. Everything just seems like doom and gloom. It doesn't look good. But we need to remember that we have each other. We've got the people that we have in our lives. We're going to get through this, and we just need to remember how much we affect each other. And it does seem like the world is a little bit more divided nowadays than it has ever been. But we just need to remember the fact that we can help each other, and we just need to be thankful for what we have and be able to search forward and all that. So yeah, that's A Wonderful Life, and it just goes to show just how things are. And also, this falls into that rare timeline alternate history of it being done by supernatural means. There's no type of time machine involved here. George goes because an angel just brings him into this, and then an angel brings him back in. It can't be done otherwise. I mean, it's that rare thing, because when we think of time travel, we think of a time machine that allows you to jump from one timeline to the other. That's not the case here. So either way, thank you very much for watching. Be sure to like, share, subscribe, comment down below. Also, thank you very much for this year in terms of these time travel videos. To be honest, this is not one of my better theories. This is more of a passion project, but it's content and I'll keep doing it. Thank you very much for watching. As I said, be sure to like, subscribe, comment down below what you thought of the various time travel theory videos that I've done over this year. Comment down below. Maybe give a suggestion. I do take suggestions. And be sure to follow me at Matthew Salzer on both my Twitter and Instagram. Those are listed here and those are listed in the description below. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you next time.